I like to start where it comes from a physical context. So it's the ability of materials to return to their original shape after deformation. And I think that makes total sense. So if you look at it from a psychological perspective, it's the ability to recover from from crisis and to be able to return to the status quo before the crisis. So it's discovering, I think, oneself in a different perspective. So usually talking about soccer players, like their whole identity is based upon being a soccer player. And during these times of crisis, they usually find out, okay, I'm not just a soccer player. I'm also, I'm a big brother. I'm a very good son. I'm a boyfriend. Maybe I'm a guitar player. Maybe I also love playing chess, whatever. So it's discovering all different kinds of pillars of your identity, and then okay, I'm very grounded. So it's not just me, the soccer player. That's a very important point. So I could talk about this like 4 hours. I think the really important question is, what's your why? So when I have someone sitting in front of me and being like, I really doubt if that's what I really want in my life, I usually ask them like, okay, when you were 6 years old and you were playing with your friends and you played football, why? Like, why did you start that? Why did you enjoy it? And sometimes we also go out and look like, when there's like a 17-year-old player and we go to the little ones and watch them practice and we're like, hey, look at how much fun they have. Look why they're playing. So I think as soon as you know your why, then it's a lot easier to show that grit and resilience in order to get through even when there's a crisis. And usually what I found in the high performance context is that the main focus is on performance, but not on a very sustainable performance. So it's performance, but we lose a lot of people because they can't follow that pace. And now well-being is getting like more and more important. And I think it's very important to have both of these like in a very good balance, because as Ivor said, I've worked in many different contexts, and there have been some where the whole focus was on well-being, and then there was no performance. And on the other way, when the whole focus is on performance, sometimes there is a lot of amazing high performance, but a lot of people who are not making it and who are like seriously like injured after spending their time in these contexts. So I think it's important to find a middle way. By practicing mindfulness, practicing acceptance, practicing self-talk, you definitely work on your resilience, you definitely work on your grit. So I think there's a lot of different ways to come from, a lot of different methods to use, and that's actually a very good thing, because not every human being is different, so everyone needs something else and in order to get there. And what's very important I think is like to show courage, to show curiosity, and also to make yourself vulnerable in order to expose yourself to these situations, and maybe also to fail in order to learn and to grow.